Hello everyone. Today is Friday, November 22nd. It's about 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have another live trading video from Trader Jim. Today's video is one of the best I've ever seen, so be sure to watch it all the way through. Before we get into that, I just wanted to make a few brief comments about the 82.85 level that Trader Jim has mentioned in several videos this week, and I have also mentioned it. I just want to show where that 82.85 level might have begun to be such a key level, and also want to mention that Trader Jim says that he can't completely share how he gets these levels, that it's proprietary and that he learned it from somebody. But I submit to you all that there's a lot of ways to catch fish, so there's many ways for you to see what levels are important levels and in play. And I keep repeating about the volume profile being one way and price action itself, just looking at support and resistance. And that's what I want to look at here is back on the 12th, the session of the 12th, the point of control in the volume profile, or the price at which the most volume occurred, was approximately 86.50 or so, and that's what this green line is here. This is the point of control for the 12th, and then I drew this horizontal line at the 82.85 level, and you can see all this volume here, and then price traded below. It was resistance, and then as we move forward it was support, and then there was a test here and it held support, and on into today it was support until we got to today and it broke. That was actually yesterday. And again, resistance and a little bit of support here, and then today it broke through. Also want to note on the fib grid chart very quickly is look how many times the low of the day coincides with the point at which the fib grid achieves the average daily range of the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ moved 400 ticks in the session, this is where it happened. This is at the low of the day here, the low of the day here, and then on this day, the low of the day here. On this session, this is the day and the night session, this was the low of the day. And remember, this is a 24-hour chart. But on this day, the low of the day was here just a little bit before. There's not much to go before it hit 100% of its range, but this was the low of the day here. And you can see the same on a chart of the regular session. This is a 5-minute chart. The regular session of the NASDAQ, the low of the day here. This is the first low of the day, and then this was a test, but right here, and then same here today, the low of the day being right here. These are signals on the fib grid, and these are just excellent signals to go short. This is your daily open range. This is the weekly up here. And so here is a short signal, a short signal, a long signal, a long signal, a short signal. So the fib grid and all it can do is a whole different discussion, but I just wanted to point out a few things that can help you with the fib grid indicator. Let's take a look at Trader Jim's video for today, Friday the 22nd.
November 22nd, pre-market. This is the combine. I am going for $1,200, risking $900 on 3 contracts. This is the 987 Hakinashi chart. And the reason I am short, so here we are at this very critical 82.85 once again. So I do not believe that yesterday's low, we got down to the upper 40s. I don't think it's good enough. I think they need to go to around 35, 36 as a minimum. I mean, possibly even 82.13, and of course the 82.07. But anyway, breaking 82.85, just like yesterday, pretty much rinse and repeat here. Just like yesterday, breaking 82.85, 82.55 is the first stop, and then following by 82, 35, 36 there. So I am gonna look for shorts in all my contracts, in all my templates that I'm trading this morning. So just like yesterday, I will have a number of templates trading at the open, because this is a good price. As long as we remain not too far from here, they might have to wait to go down until after market open, but the Autotrader found this spot over here to go short, and I think it's a good location. So I'm going to pause the video and return at market open. Okay, so I stepped away. First target was hit, and then price came all the way back. I still think they're not done with the move down. At the very least, it's 55 and possibly a lot lower. Okay, so we opened up. Definitely looking for 55, so very comfortable with that. Just hoping 85 will fail. Again, use this word hoping. Hoping is a bad word when it comes to trading. Based on what I see, I think 85 should fail, and we should see 55 and lower. I mean, really, I would love to see quite a bit lower, not only because of my short position, but because actually it could then be a platform for much higher prices if we can. The market needs to get lower to generate the energy necessary to break through into higher prices. So I would love to see lower prices as low as 82, 35, 36, 82, 13, and possibly that 82.07 that was so popular just last week. If we can hit those lower prices, then firm up, we could have new all-time highs. All right, so the responses I got so far is that 3 charts is a bit too much. Well, one person voted too much, one person said it was okay. But anyway, this is the 500 tick chart, trading just one contract with a 750 target. And of course, I was on shorts. This is the S&P Super Enco 6 filtered by Super Enco 6 higher sensitivity. So the high sensitivity is green, which is why no short was taken yet. If and when the higher time frame Super Enco 6 with the higher sensitivity goes bearish, then there should be a short trade. So once again, these two are funded accounts. And the other one is the combine, trading 3 contracts with a 1200 target. This one. All right, well, the NASDAQ is more cooperative than the S&P. So a short was taken when the higher time frame went bearish. Now, I played with the template a bit. I disabled something. Now, you see, actually, make it bigger. A short was taken on a blue bar. So now what happened here? Well, you see, it's like when the higher time frame became bearish, what I did was I told the Autotrader, you don't need a second confirmation of a red bar. Now, it is a bit aggressive, and something like this could backfire because price can just keep going higher. But because the way I understand things, we should see at least 06 down to 04 in S&P here. I am comfortable with just having one confirmation of a higher time frame going negative. Like I said, it is more aggressive than just waiting for a red bar in the same higher time frame short. In other words, higher time frame bearish. Not sure if I'm explaining this right, but in other words, within the higher time frame, you want the higher time frame to stay bearish, and then red bars appear for a more conservative kind of a double confirmation deal. I was comfortable enough with just one confirmation. So the Nasdaq appears to be slightly weaker than the S&P. So I'm kind of hoping, I think that the Nasdaq will drag the S&P down, because I'm fairly sure the Nasdaq has to hit that 55. So we'll see. So here's the combine. Unfortunately, it got taken out here on a break even, on a trailing stop, but now short again. And the first stop is before 65, is before 55, so is the second. So I feel good about it. All right, so a lot of back and forth. What I'm gonna do here, I'm actually gonna bring this target lower, because I think they should go much lower than this. So I'm going to manually just bring it lower. And then if we start breaking this little resistance, support area here, I'll just bring my stop probably to break even. This way, I'm not gonna take a loss on a winning trade. I just think they're gonna punch it right through. So far it's been completely sideways, but I think once they start going, they're gonna just go and hit that target. All right, well, here it is. Now I will bring my stop to break even. Maybe I'll be sorry for doing this. Maybe, in a couple of hours, let's say I should have kept my target where it was. But you know what? No guts, no glory, right? If I have a certain belief where price should go, I should just stick to it. And if I'm wrong, then fine, I'm wrong. The thing is, this break-even stop is within the daily range anyway. So then if price then goes lower, well, guess what? Maybe they needed to retest it again and then come down. But as of right now, I think lower prices all the way to 55. The combine, doing well in this trade. Well, they continue to sell off now. Probably would be taking that target if I left my target where it was, but I'm just convinced we're going to see lower prices. I am sticking with this. It is difficult. Luckily, I have the Autotrader to handle this for me. The S&P target is way down. First stop for the S&P is that 0405, and then hopefully low. Could hit 94 really. And that's where I think we're going. Let's check out combine hitting its target. How about the combine? Sorry guys, I gotta take this call. The combine hitting the target beautifully. Look at that. Look at that trade. How about the Autotrader, huh? Oh my goodness. What a beauty. All the way from here, pre-market, finding the short, then first target and out on a trail, another short, and all the way down to hit a $1,200 target with a $900 risk. So that's just excellent. Excellent performance. The Autotrader really, just the way it found that short. Beautiful work. Look at that. 3 contracts, 1200. Obviously some slippage because this is after commissions. Nothing more to say. Let's check out the funded accounts. Everything is breaking now. Took all this time, but it's happening. It is happening. They are breaking. And here it is. I'm missing everything today. Here it is. Look at that. I'm gonna disable the short for now. And we have, look at that amount on one contract. Not yet with S&P. S&P is still trading. Great day. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna set this at break even. No reason to take a loss at this point. What an amazing trade. One contract. Maybe we can enlarge this. From the open, going below the open range, sticking with the short. Was scary, right? Was scary over here, but stuck with that trade all the way down. One contract, over $700. Look at that. What a great way to finish off the week. But wait, there is more. There is another chart that was trading, and that one is also done. Let me bring it over from another monitor. Why can't I bring it over? Give me a second, guys. Gotta take this phone call. So this is another chart that hit its target. One short trade. You've seen this template before. This one is filtered by the Step MA, funded account, $500 target, trading just 2 contracts. And short pretty much from market open, held it all the way, hitting a $500 target. Maybe, well, this is minus commission, so I guess there was no slippage here. Just an amazing Friday, really. And I mean, these are not easy market conditions. Choppy back and forth, and yet the Autotrader finds a way to get those trades. Just really something. Well, the S&P continues to sell off. Should I tighten up a little bit? Maybe I should, right? Maybe I should. Why not? Why not? Look at where the Nasdaq is. This is a beautiful S&P trade. Once again, Superenco 6, filtered by Superenco 6, highest sensitivity, one of Randy's creations. The guy is a beast. Oh, the S&P continues to come down. This chart. Let's see, what is the... Okay, well, possible. So this one is done. Maybe we can just make this bigger. Well, walked away and the S&P hit its target. There it is. There it is. Superenco 6. Created by Randy. Hitting its daily target as well. What a day. What a way to finish off the week. Unbelievable all around. I mean, really another tough week as far as volatility, and the Autotrader just finds a way. It just finds a way to do the best it can with what it's given. Oh, well, I don't know what to say. Let's look at everything again, I guess. Look at them breaking now, huh? So here it is, 500 tick. Filtered by daily open range right at the open as price breaks the daily open range, sticking with the trade, Boom, right down. Done with this one. Let's take a look at the combine, which is in a different workspace. Give me 1 minute here. Here is the combine pre-market. I disabled the session, so this way it could take trades pre-market. Here it is. I just left it. I just set it and I left it with the idea that if we start breaking 85, then it's 55 all over again. It's going to be like rinse and repeat from the previous day, only with lower prices. Finds that short. First target, out on the trail, second trade, and done. $1,200 on 3 contracts, risking 900 with a 40 tick initial stop. All right, well, I wish everyone a very nice and safe weekend. I want to thank Terry and Jay Trader and Steve and Jim, who've been posting comments. Really helps a lot. Please, guys, if you, or gals, if you have any questions, of course, I appreciate all comments. But, you know, if you have a specific question, as long as it's something I can answer, I will answer. If you want to see something I'm not showing, again, I know I'm kind of focusing on the NASDAQ, and now I'm trying to involve the S&P as well. It's just that I can really, for me, it's very easy to read the NASDAQ. A while back, I tried the Russell. I just cannot read the Russell as easily. I am working on some crude oil, kind of learning to really read. I used to trade crude oil more. I really kind of focused on the NASDAQ, but maybe I will bring crude oil back. I have some templates that Randy has with crude oil. They look very promising. So I will try to show more variety, try to show more charts, try to get more accounts involved on daily basis. You know, and if the volatility picks up, I mean, you can see what the Autotrader can do with a very limited volatility. When things pick up, it's just going to be great. So thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.